New York baked cheesecake, probably one of the most well-known, popular baked style cheesecakes in the world. Cheesecakes are traditionally made with Philadelphia cream cheese, especially this New York style one. In addition, lots of eggs, butter, and dairy. But today we're going to be making it completely vegan, egg and dairy free. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is make your graham crackers for the base of this cheesecake. Now in the United States, in North America, you will find that the graham cracker is the favorite cookie to use for your biscuit or cookie crust for this particular type of cheesecake. Now, graham crackers are pretty much only available in the United States. They're quite hard to come by. And in addition to that, they are generally not vegan. They do contain things like honey and butter. But we have made some completely vegan ones, and they taste just like the original, and we're going to be using them in this cheesecake for our base. So to get started, we're going to take our vegan graham crackers, and we need to break these up into a nice and fine crumb. So I'm just using my little food processor today. If you don't have one of those, you can also put them in a Ziploc bag with a rolling pin and just get it nice and fine. Now that we have a nice fine powder, we're going to add that back to our bowl, along with some melted vegan margarine. Now once that's all mixed up, we're going to be taking our form. So today I'm using a ring mold. So you may or may not have used one of these. These are great for making cheesecakes, mousse cakes, and lots of different applications. I'm using the 18 centimeter one today, and I've just lined a baking tray with some baking paper. So you just want to go around the edges with some light vegetable oil, and we're going to grease this just so we can release our cheesecake once it's baked. And then we're going to add 1/3 of our crumb mixture. You can also use a bench scraper just to really get nice and firm into the corners, or even a drinking glass. Now with our remaining biscuit base or cookie base, we're going to put it around the edges. I've been dreaming with nowhere to go. For the filling for our New York style baked cheesecake, it's super easy. Everything just goes together in our blender. So to get started, we're going to put in an entire can of our coconut cream, and that's going to add to that super creamy texture that you would find in New York cheesecake. Typically, New York cheesecake will also have sour cream, so this is helping to replace that element. And then the base for this cheesecake is our tofu. And I'm using like a medium firm style tofu. We have a little bit of starch, which is going to help in the cooking process, just to help slow down the cooking of this cheesecake. And then we have some other ingredients that are going to help replace the egg. Those being our agar-agar, which is our seaweed powder, helping to set or coagulate our cheesecake as the egg would. And we also have some iota carrageenan, which is our other seaweed, which creates soft and elastic gels, and again, replacing some of those functions that you would traditionally find in eggs. And last but not least, we have a little bit of the potato protein 300. And the potato protein 300 is going to add to the emulsification and foaming in this recipe, adding to textures that you would typically find in eggs. So we also have a little bit of lemon zest, lemon juice, nutritional yeast for our savory, cheesy flavor, and some vanilla. Now I'm not using any kind of fancy vanilla for the New York style recipe. I'm just using some vanillin, which is this powdered vanilla, but you can choose any type of vanilla that you would like. This is a very, very common vanilla that would be used in North America. So I thought, why not we'll use that one today for this particular recipe. Now just blend everything together until it's super smooth. So depending on the speed of your blender, just take your time. You want a nice, smooth consistency.
I've been dreaming with nowhere to go. Running reverse, my eyes are closed. I'm always singing New York. I'm always singing New York.
So I've had my New York baked cheesecake in the oven cooling for a couple of hours, and if you jiggle it, it will sort of, you can see it sort of jiggling a slightly bit in the middle. It's a little bit still warm, which is what I want. We're going to remove this ring now, and it should just slide straight off. There we go, perfect. And now this is going to be transferred to the refrigerator overnight to firm up. So I've just taken my New York cheesecake out of the refrigerator. It's been resting for at least overnight. Now it is important also just to cover it lightly with some cling wrap as well, just to keep the cheesecake nice and moist. And I'm going to start decorating it now. So I have already prepared some compote. I did a blueberry compote today, and we're just going to present our New York cheesecake. Now let's cut a slice. I've just got my knife in some nice hot water. And just make sure that you dry it afterwards. So there you go, folks. That's our New York style plant-based cheesecake.
All my life I've been waiting to prove. Tell me what I'm gonna do.